Education reform in the country today really is at the state level and local level. The national imperative doesn't seem to be there as it has been in times past, which is exciting for people who are working at the state level, as I am, and that's where the action is. So it certainly is a system that's under pressure. Public higher education, public education. We know that the jobs of the future require more education. People need what we have, and we've got to be more consumer oriented by providing them what we have more affordably in high quality ways as quickly as possible. For education to be embraced by leaders on both sides of the aisle takes leadership, and having worked for President Bush during the enactment of No Child Left Behind and working closely with the likes of Senator Ted Kennedy and then Congressman John Boehner, it takes that executive presidential leadership really to continue to remind people what we have in common and how a high quality education is so integral to so much of what we aspire to as Americans. So I would say leadership is essential. Also, just a focus and an understanding and a belief that it is part of our civil rights ethic that everyone ought to have access to high quality education. And I worry today that imperative maybe is missing sometimes. Education and jobs and the economy are intimately and integrally linked, so you really can't talk about one without the other. And I think we need to continue to remind people of that. It strikes me that we've been talking about education reform since A Nation at Risk and to and through that period, and we're talking about many of the same themes of accountability and quality and access for folks, but we still haven't cracked the nut. And I think honestly people are exhausted with it now, many decades in, but it's ever more acute, and the issues have gotten even more urgent, more critical in that period of time, not less. If we fail to educate nearly everyone to much higher levels and more affordable ways, we will not continue to be the innovation economy, the land of opportunity for all of our people. And we know that the growth industries require high levels of education, and we are the world's leader on innovation. It's going to be hard for us to compete with the world on price. So we've got to compete with the world on quality and on high levels of education, innovation, and make those opportunities available to a more and more diverse population every day. Well, I'm an optimist by nature, so I try to stay optimistic. I wouldn't get out of bed every day and come and work on these issues if I weren't. But I do think there's cause for concern, given what we've seen of late in the education arena, particularly in the K-12 arena. We had an era where No Child Left Behind really did lay out as a national priority the ability to provide opportunity for everyone. And now we're in the era of local control, and there's a lot of fine print and details that I worry are missing as we think about accountability for the achievement of everyone. So it's important that we stay vigilant on these issues and attend to them and pay attention. If I were advising a governor again, as I did with Governor Bush, I would tell them that, as he always said, that in state government, education is the biggest thing. More than 50% of state budgets are typically spent on public higher ed and public K-12 education. So every governor is an education governor. And if those governors want to attract jobs, high quality of life, good health care, you name it, then having a strong education system is essential to that.